Nobody could have ever seen this coming. With the MLB trade line coming up, the New York Yankees have been exploring every option to make this team better, and we have seen a shocking report in regards to the Yankees and them trying to improve this roster, as there are multiple areas of improvement that need to be covered before the trade deadline passes, as the Yankees have a very good chance of winning the World Series this year, but the team clearly needs an upgrade or two at some key positions, and we're going to break it all down because there's no way that anyone would have expected this, and I'm not a huge fan of this. What's up, guys? Welcome back to Yankees Digest. It's Chris here. If you guys are part of that 75% that's not subscribed to Yankees Digest, make sure to subscribe for daily New York Yankees updates. We are having a bunch of fun on this channel talking New York Yankees. You do not want to miss out, but let's jump right into it as usual. As we know, Brian Cashman is an active general manager during the trade deadline. He's already spoken about the trade deadline this year, saying that one of the things he's prioritizing most is pitching for this team. Now, the top of their pitching has been very good. Max Fried looks like the Cy Young. Carlos Rodon's been awesome. Clark Schmidt's been awesome now that he's healthy and really got things going. Luis Heel is coming back soon, and Will Warren is striking everybody out, even though that ERA is a bit elevated, and he likely would be the odd man out if it came down to playoffs, so it's not even the end of the world there. But the Yankees pitching has bounced back to a high degree. Obviously, it's not the best it's going to be. They don't have Gerrit Cole, so it is what it is, but they still do have a very, very good pitching rotation. That is an area that they're going to cover, especially in regards to that bullpen, and also just covering themselves in case of injuries, which does make sense, and I'm not totally against it at all. But the infield does matter more. Your outfield is fine. Obviously, you have 4 great outfielders, only 3 spots. So, if anything, you have an abundance of talent. And on top of that, what we're looking at with the Yankees is an infield where things are just not exactly ideal for this team right now. Jazz Chisholm is a second baseman who's playing third. Now, we could obviously do it, and his hitting's been a lot better at third base, and we will talk about that in a moment. And also, DJ LeMahieu has been better than expected, but still not what you want to see out of a guy who's a starter on your team, who's playing in a basically everyday role. So the Yankees do need to upgrade that middle infield specifically because, well, they need a second or a third baseman. So it's not exactly middle infield, but it kind of is. I'd rather it be a third baseman, which gives you a guy at the hot corner and gives Jazz back his second base spot where he's at his best, at least fielding the ball. So we'll see what goes down. But with the Yankees, they have been linked to a man that I don't think any of us saw this one coming, as a return looks like it could very well be happening for the Yankees, as it was revealed by Bob Nightingale that the New York Yankees and San Francisco Giants are keeping a close eye on versatile Pittsburgh Pirates infielder Isaiah Kiner-Falefa, who should be available at the trade deadline. And MLB Trade Rumors mentions that it's worth noting that Kiner-Falefa's bat has gone cold in the time between Nightingale's recent reports. The veteran infielder only has a 389 OPS over his last 42 plate appearances for the Pirates, and he is hitting 275, 319, 342 over the 241 plate appearances this season, translating to an 84 weighted runs created plus, which is not great. That being said, Kiner-Falefa's offense has always been the lesser part of his value, as his quality defense and versatility has long been IKF's calling card. Now, here's the thing. We know. We've went down this road. We've been there. We've went down the Isaiah Kiner-Falefa road before. We got him in a trade where we got him and Jose Trevino from the Texas Rangers, and Trevino was the real bigger win there. He was an all-star at the Yankees in 2022, and Falefa wasn't at all. And the man can't hit a ball, and frankly, I don't like the idea of bringing IKF back unless he's going to be in some platoon role where you're giving up basically nothing to get him. If you're giving up nothing, like if you're giving some low-level prospect to get IKF, screw it. I have no problem doing this. If you're not, don't. Look, it's not like these Yankee teams of old where there isn't a lot of base running, as IKF's a solid base runner, and where they desperately need someone to step in and be a solid fielder, which, yeah, they do. They need a better second baseman, and that could be Jazz or it could be someone they trade for. And I get that IKF can play second base. He played shortstop with the Yankees for a season because they just didn't have anyone to do it. That's why they traded for him. And then once Volpe took over, he was a kind of a just straight up utility guy. Look, I'm not saying the Yankees don't need another utility player. They absolutely do need another one, and IKF does cover that role. He absolutely does, but it's just a matter of unless you're trading so little for him, then I don't really see the point. It's like having that OPS in the middle threes over the last couple of like at bats. If he's just gone cold, then there's no point in trading for him when you have Peraza on your lineup, because they're going to do the same thing. They're going to be good fielders. Peraza's a better base runner, and neither of them can hit a ball anyway, so screw it. That's literally my viewpoint on this in regards to IKF. Now, we look at him this season. He's got a .9 WAR and 222 at-bats. He does have a 275 batting average, so the average was good. It's recently he's gotten into what's probably a slump, and if the batting average could stay high up, I understand making the move. He's not a power guy at all in his entire career. In 2,900 at-bats, he has 35 home runs. I actually did one time see him hit a home run when I was at Yankee Stadium. I believe the Yankees lost that game. I was just getting a drink or something, and I saw the ball just like bounce. I was like, oh my, who was that? And then what was IKF? I found it kind of funny, just because never would have guessed that. But not the point here. The numbers aren't awful. I'm not saying they are. The 275 batting average, in fact, is pretty good. It's a matter of, are we really going to go this route and bank that he could hit? I get the utility aspect. We do need a utility player. IKF is a utility player. But if he's not able to hit, there's no real difference between him and Peraza. So I don't see the point of spending any assets on IKF in that state. So that's something we wait for. This is a move you wait till the deadline for. And if IKF is still not hitting the ball, then you don't trade for him. And if he is hitting the ball, then you can explore it. That's at least the way that I see it. And if the Giants do end up pulling off a deal to get IKF, I frankly don't care. Like, I'm not gonna be like, we lost out on IKF, what are we going to do? I don't care. Like, it's not going to impact how the Yankees go in the long run. I really don't think IKF's their difference maker here. So I'm not really worried about that. And more than anything, what I'm thinking about is just the fact that the Yankees need a second baseman or a third baseman, and this is not the answer, because is he that much better than what you have going for you now? Jazz Chisholm, who's at third base, has 10 home runs on the season, a 242 batting average, which is steadily climbing. It is important to note that his hitting has always been better with the Yankees when he's playing third base, which we do have to be very aware of here, because maybe he moves back to second and the hitting drops again, and then it becomes an actual issue that we have to think about. He's got an 812 OPS, a 467 slugging percentage, a 345 on base percentage. His numbers across the board from OPS to slugging to OPS plus are all above average this season. So he's doing well. He's stolen 10 bases. He has 28 RBIs. He's been good, no doubt about it. I love Jazz Chisholm. He's had a great stretch recently as well. As Talkin' Yanks mentioned, Jazz Chisholm, since he returned from injury on June 3rd, has played in 17 games, gone 21 for 60, which is a 350 average, has 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 8 walks, 11 RBIs, 9 runs scored, 4 stolen bases, and a 987 OPS. He's been excellent in the month of June, or at least over the last 20 days. So it's become this situation where I love the idea of Jazz just playing wherever as long as he's still able to produce. And he doesn't have to produce these numbers. He's on a hot streak right now. He just has to be a solid player like what his numbers are on the season. And I think we would all be pretty much happy with that. On top of that, we look at IKF and what he did with the Yankees. He batted with a 253 with 205 hits, 10 home runs, 85 RBIs, and 105 runs scored in 255 games. So, look, he wasn't terrible, but the OPS was never above 650. The average OPS is 750. It's a matter of, I don't really see the point, because we're not getting a utility player who can hit the ball at all, and we already sort of have one in Peraza, that it just feels like a very lateral move to me. And if you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. I'm not saying that everyone has to feel this way, but this is the way I feel, is that this move feels pretty lateral to the Yankees right now, where you should be going out and trying to get a very good player at this infield position. Go look at the Diamondbacks and talk about Ketel Marte, or do something like that. Look for someone who's good on a team that's not having any success, and from there you move forwards and you try to figure something out here. Now, we have just this other update that was mentioned on IKF from MLB Trade Rumors that said rumors have swirled for months that New York would be targeting infield help at the deadline, with an eye towards landing a second baseman or third baseman and then installing Jazz Chisholm Jr. at the other position. There is nothing preventing the Yankees from acquiring a clear-cut starter as well as a backup option like Kiner-Falefa, though that would further crowd a depth chart that also includes Peraza, DJ LeMahieu, and Ben Rice being toggled between first base, DH, and catcher when starters Paul Goldschmidt, Giancarlo Stanton, and Austin Wells aren't playing. Having plenty of depth can be a good problem to have, of course. especially since several Yankees players have checkered health histories. So I don't mind the depth thing. And yeah, if you're going to go out there and say, you know what, here's what we're going to do. Here is what the plan is going to be. And Brian Cashman decides, let's get IKF. Let's bring him back. Let's bring him onto the team and let's use him for sole depth purposes. That's fine. And then also let's go get a starting level player as well. Then I'd be happy. You got a deep team. You got another utility player. Things are working out well. I just don't want this to be their deadline move. Right now you have DJ LeMahieu playing second base and he is old. He looks old too. He's not been terrible. He really hasn't been awful. He's got a 255 batting average, 684 OPS plus of 93. It's not like he's having the worst season ever, but this is not a starter on a team that's trying to win a World Series, and the Yankees have to accept that and try to move forwards. DJ's a great locker room presence to have. You're obviously not going to be able to trade his contract, so you're going to have to keep him on the team. It's just a matter of saying, all right, you know, we'll keep him in a role where he's mainly just platoon, depth, and a veteran voice in the locker room. And I think that works out. But if you're going to go get IKF, do not make that your big trade deadline move. Go get someone better. Please. We're trying to win a World Series here. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. Like this video, subscribe, turn on post notifications. Have a great day, and go Yankees.